I'm a steam raiser at the moment, so I'll get in, say, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning, put the initial fire into the engine, build up the pressure and the steam, and have you do the safety checks, various things to get the engine ready for a day's work.
The legend of a witch in Wookey Hole goes back a long, long way, first referred to in the 1400s, but obviously it goes back even earlier, because Wookey Hole Cave happens to be the oldest recorded cave in this country.
It's called the Tedbury Quern because it was found up on Tedbury Camp, which is an Iron Age camp on one side of the River Frome. Some people clearing their garden undergrowth, they found these 2 stones and contacted us here.
We're volunteers, yes. We come down here just for the fun of it.
Just to keep steam alive, really. My first introduction for steam was at a very, very small age. And ever since that day I've wanted to be engine driver.
Father Bernard, they will tell you, at Wookey Hole, visited the cave and exorcised the witch and turned her into a stalagmite. And in the first chamber of the cave, known as the witch's kitchen or the witch's parlour, whichever term you wish to use, there is a stalagmite, which is supposed to be where Father Bernard turned into stone. Now, as a geologist and as a scientist, that's a very interesting story.
The corn and grain was poured into the top of the quern, presumably like this, and they'd grind it, heaving on it because it's a very heavy grinding stone. Local stone, I think it's what's called a pudding stone. It's a conglomerate which has plenty of rough edges to grind.
This was found in 1909, and you'll see from this display here of all the coins that the occupation of the cave is basically late Iron Age through to the Romano-British period.
I tell you what, I mean, I used to have a job where I sat behind the computer all day and just get out here with a sledgehammer and hit things. Really makes you feel better. It's physically exerting, and I don't know, it's the people, it's the atmosphere, it's the smell, and it's the joy that you bring to people really when they come down here. I mean, when you see the smiles on the kids' faces and some of the adults as well. When during the gala events, we have Driver for $5 and we have a little shunter going up this siding here, and you turn up, pay £5, and you get to drive up and down the siding. And I'll tell you what, it doesn't matter what age you are, they've all got a big grin on their face.
Yeah.
People like being slightly scared, especially when they go down caves. The darkness. You know, go to Wookey Hole Caves today and the guides will sort of wind you up, as it were, as to how potentially dangerous it is and so on.
It's touching the past, something that would be an everyday use. Makes you wonder what we use today that in the future, 2,000 years' time, people would think, that's what people were using then.
Those of us who've explored caves from a scientific point of view know that they are intriguing places and so on. And dare I say, actually, all cave divers who've ever dived at Wookey Hole have always crossed their fingers or even spat on the witch as they pass by for good luck. So maybe we're all influenced a bit by the intrigue of it all.